What they do, y'all. What's up, Aces and Jules? What's up, Tribe? Hopefully you all had a productive week. Y'all got some things accomplished. And yeah, we back with another one today. So we back with a spicy one, a juicy one. I wanted to have a one-on-one with you all, right? So what we're going to talk about today is, or the topic today is, they can burn you out. All right? They can burn you out. This is a spicy one. So let's get into it. What they do. This your boy DP.
This your girl T.
And we're the Geminis Gemz, representing for the Geminis across the world, giving our own Miami perspective.
For sure. So
you can follow us on all podcast platforms at Geminis-Gems.
Also follow us on Instagram, Geminis_Gems, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Geminis Gems.
Hey, make sure you like, follow, you comment, and you subscribe. Yes. And make sure when you type it in, it's Geminis with the S, Gems with a Z. And what we do, T?
Drop them gems.
Drop them gems. All right, so we back. They can burn you out. Now, yeah, we may not know who, right? So some people be like, oh, well, your guys can burn you out. The women can burn you out. I'm coming from Dwayne's perspective, DP's perspective, that basically they are women, men, aces. And also it can be vice versa, right? So I'm going to never take it away. But I address things from the angle that I see. And yeah, it may not be, T may not be here to say her spill about, women from her angle. But I'm going to give my angle, right? About they can burn you out. People can burn you out, right? But let's go specifically. These women out here can burn you out. And if you're not too careful, aces, you can be destroyed at the end of the day. You can be so burnt out where you have no get up no more. And this may be for a time or a season, right? Everything happens within a season. But understand, with you being burnt out, you may not even know you've been burnt out. So some of the signs may be like, I would say, when you don't want to go straight home. When you try to hang out more with your homies than actually your girl. You get what I'm saying? When you'd rather take a vacation than actually stay home and watch videos or take a one-on-one time out with your significant other, right? When you'd rather stay in the shower for a long period of time or be in, let's say, your man cave or be isolated from, let's say, the family. Now, I'm not going to say your kids, right? But I'm just talking about the significant other. So I'm not going to talk long. I'm not going to be long-winded, right? I'm not going to be, just all over the place. We got a structure. We got a form that we're going to go down. And for you all that's tuning in, make sure y'all drop something in the comments. I'm going to make sure I respond. And I appreciate you all doing what y'all have done so far. As far as tuning in, we got some subscribers off. We just one person away from getting actually 100 subscribers. So make sure y'all tap in with us, okay? I appreciate the love. I know T does too as well. And we're going to just continue to bring some more content out, all right? Make sure y'all subscribe. Thanks. So let's get into it, right? So one thing, already explained the signs, and it may be some additional ones I may miss. But let's just get into it. Like, why and how can you be burnt out, right? And let's look at it like this. She may take from you and not add to you, right? Now sit down and ponder on that. If you're sitting around and you're with someone and all they're doing is taking and not adding, you have some type of, let's say, emotional toll that takes you out over a period of time. where you feel like not giving no more because it's nothing add. So let's do a description, right? Let's say if I was pouring into the cup of water, right? I was pouring some water into the cup and the cup overfills. That's adding an overflow. But you, the person that's pouring inside, is flowing all of what you have inside of whatever that cup is. So that cup may be the female, right? It is the female. You give her your wisdom, your knowledge, you give her your money, you give her your time. You try to build her up. You try to do the best that you can do with this individual. So you pour and you pour. Now you pour till you get empty, right? But mind you, while you're pouring, you never stop. You know what I'm saying? You don't even let her know that you're in trouble, you're about to run out. You always start to pour, or you run out. And when you run out, once you run out, there's no more to give. So then you turn up, right? You turn it right side up, right? And then you see that nothing else is pouring into you. She doesn't even reciprocate the same action, right, towards you, right? She doesn't lift up her cup and try to pour some because she was in overflow. So you got to pay attention to that. And it could be vice versa, right? The female can be pouring into the guy, right? Y'all Jews can be pouring into the guy and the guy doesn't give nothing, right? He doesn't say you're doing a good job, right? He doesn't say, I love how you did this, or they never critique with, they always critiquing, but never critique in a way of loving, right? Or critique in a way to love, to show love in words, right? The way that they will express. So, or they just never say anything loving, right? They always just critique, oh, you didn't do this right. This was wrong, and vice versa. Let's go back as far as the men. She never says, she doesn't applaud you at any point. Good job this week, husband. Good job this week, king. Good job this week. Man, I love you for what you have done. She always want more. And we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, right? So let's go back to the analogy. Now you have no person other than, let's say, your homies, the outlet, right? The person that you escape to, your work, maybe your work wife. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe somebody else, a friend that pours into you where you can continuously to pour into her. But I think that's in a way, again, burning you out. Yes. But at the same time, it's not this person, you're not getting anything in return. Granted, right? So then at the same time, you're not benefiting at no angle, right? So move on to the next thing. So it could be time, like I say, time. It can be also your money, where you're always getting her out of her situation, right? So let's throw an analogy out there. You meet a person. Now, you don't know that she has credit card debt. You don't know she has student loan debt. And she has cell phone debt that her ex put her in. Maybe a car note where she missed a couple of payments. Now you get into a good, you start to get to know her, and then all of a sudden out of the blue, she hit you with this notice. Her final notice, but your first notice, right? So when you find out, you like, huh? Like you may do it. You may give her the 200, the 300 to help her out. But then it becomes a continuous thing where you run out of money and yet she doesn't return it or return the favor, right? And I'm going to get into that as well, right? Because, well, let's get into it. Nowadays you have more women that make money, right? They are independent. They're boss bees, right? There are all of these accolades to esteem themselves, but they do not give like a boss does. They do not contribute like a boss does. All they want to do is command and dictate. If you really look at it, right? Oh no, do this. You did that wrong. Do this. I was watching something. I think it was the Dirty D on Tubi. Only thing the woman did was just attack. Oh, you didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. But never applauded or gave a bonus or thought to give a bonus. But she had talked about her workers behind their back, how they don't do this and how they don't do that. Most boss bees do that. They do not contribute. You never see them post any type of contributing, let's say, attributes towards their workers. You never see it. You don't see a boss bee buying their mom a house. You don't see it. And if it does happen, that's the exception. But that's not the rule of a boss bee. They don't do anything other than to build themselves up, right? That's why it's hard for them, let's say, to find working relationships long term, right? So I know I just went on a little tangent, but to continue, they are not contributing money back towards the man. So like, it's a surprise when you hear women say, well, I bought my dude a car, or I made sure I took him out on a vacation, or I gave him a bag, right? A bankroll, right? To put in his savings. You hear most of the guys say, man, I ain't never get that before, because it's not prevalent. It's not all the time. Women work for themselves, not work for the family, right? And then they want you to contribute to their kids so they can save all them. And this is my thing with that. How are you going to have so much money saved, but what are you saving it for? You're not saving it to fix your car because you're going to call somebody else to fix your car, to take you out to eat. So what do you, oh, my bad. I know what it is. You got to flex in front of your homegirls, because that's all they're doing. They just want to flex for the next girl. I just found this out. Hey, it's a little secret I done found out, right? All right, aces. Women are trying to impress and get validation from other women, not even from you no more. Let's get on board, man. So this is how they burning you out. Oh, they getting all fly, putting on the lashes and getting the BBLs and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's not for you no more. It's for them to be validated by the next girl. It's wild out here, but it's the truth, right? So going back to it, she takes and don't add, right? So pay attention to that. All right, so I got another one. Let's say leading, right? They love to lead, but never to submit. And with that, to me, is a problem. Women are not made to be in a leadership position. Not saying you are incapable of doing it, but you're not made to do it. You are made to lead the kids. That's why you are good nurturers. But far as leading, we going to get into it. Far as leading a man, no. I do not believe that. And the reason why I don't believe it, and I'm just watching, right? I just did a cruise and I was watching people. The reason why, to me, is, and I'm going to put it like this. You all are not stable. You all are emotional. And you all are not content enough. The thing I love about men or the Bible, the men in the Bible, is that once God gave the instruction, and I'm talking about the men of God, once the men was given the instruction, they just did it. And then they did not do more than. But once you put a woman in charge, right, she always want more. So it's two things, right? More and emotional inconsistencies. She cannot be emotionally consistent. Why? Because she always want more, right? So when she becomes, let's say, a leader, right, she's going to do what she thinks to do, right? Not what's best for everyone. No, I think the money should be placed here. But then, the money may be taken, may be robbed. You shouldn't put it there. It's easy access. Let's put it here. No, it should be right here. because it's what she thinks, right? She's not going to do what's asked of her. She's going to do what she think she should do when it's asked, right? So next we're going to go to, I put selfishly listening. She's only going to listen to the part that she wants to listen to or what she hears, right? Meaning out of everything that you're saying, she is not going to listen to, she is only going to listen to a particular part. But let's say we talking about the fact that, let's say doing the, putting the most into the relationship without getting nothing in return. So she feels like because she's going through whatever she's going through, that you don't love her enough to continue the relationship or to continue to do the things that you were already doing in the relationship, right? And that can be just being her emotional crutch, you know, being her listening ear, and you're fed up. You're ready to attach something else on in life. You already helped her out of debt, you know, and now she's putting herself back in debt, and she's only hearing that you're not helping her, right? And that's selfishly listening. And then what I put too is, it's like you have to reset order. Because you put, let's say you put out a command out there. I do not want the kids to go home. I go to bed past 9 o'clock. I don't want them to play the game. Even though I'm not home, I don't want them to play the game. I want them to make up their bed in the morning. You know, she doesn't implement that rule. She says it's okay, you know, for them to stay up an extra hour, or that they can make up their bed when they go to bed. They don't, you know, the kids can clean up later. So you have to come back and reset the order. You have to come and, hey, this is what I want. It's like kind of going backwards, right? As well as repeat what you meant. So you can have a conversation with the individual, with the female, and you have to repeat yourself constantly in order for you to get your point across. Why? Because she's interrupting what you're saying. Right? This can burn you out as a man, right? So you're repeating yourself over and over and over and over because she keeps constantly cutting you off in the conversation, because the only thing she's doing is selfishly listening. She's only listening to, I say, make a point, right? She's only responding to make a point. She's not listening to hear and to do. She wants only for you to do and not for her to do anything, but to give the instructions. I don't know why is that a thing. As well as I put you're misunderstood, right? So you're misunderstood because, again, she's selfishly listening, right? So once you try to, let's say, convey a point, she's not listening to understand. She's just listening to react. Okay. So I'm gonna put something else. What, you know, why you can be burnt out or how, right? No consistency. Inconsistent as an individual, right? So men, aces, we love to be consistent. We love when we come home to sit in the same chair. You get what I'm saying? To sit or sitting in the same place, eating maybe the same meal. You get what I'm saying? Prepared a certain way. You know, we love consistency. We love to get up, let's say around 9 o'clock, and get things done so we can have the rest of the day to chill, right? We don't like to be inconvenienced, even though things do happen, and we do prepare for when, you know, instances or situations occur, like abruptly, right? So we can adapt to the situation when it comes, but not all the time. You know, we don't love the inconsistencies of, I'm gonna just put it like this, of emotional roller coasters. Because you're mad at work, you bring home that attitude. Or Like I say, for the COs, they had a rough day at work because they had fought with the inmate and they don't know how to dust their feet off at the door, right? And that's any individual, right? They just bring home the drama, right? They bring home the work and they don't know how to leave it home. Leave it at work. Like me, I told myself years ago as I was working, I'm not bringing my work home. So I try not to talk about it unless I'm just talking about my day and then that's it. But I talk about the people I'm working with and what's going on at the job, but not my job and what cases I deal with when they come, right? Because I try to leave that away and I separate myself from my job. But the inconsistencies of not being consistent emotionally, being happy, being satisfied, not wanting more, being content, is something that men are looking for. And I would say that, yes, we can want more when the season comes, but not every time. Every 2 days, emotional roller coaster. I used to date someone and I used to tell him every 2 weeks, you revert back to what you were originally. You don't know how to just flow and stay constant and grow consistently with me. You're always going back to what you think and not knowing and not understanding how to build a relationship with somebody else and growing together. And I think that's for everyone, because we can be so comfortable in what we are in or who we are that we do not know how to adapt or adjust or do the nuances, like walk into the nuances of things, understanding that people change and things happen, right? And one of the last things I wrote far as why and why we are burnt out or why they can burn you out is not being content. And I mentioned this before, right? Not being content until the next plan is present or revealed. And I'm going to see it like this. And I always say this. We have a roadmap in life, right? Where we accomplish one mission at a time or one travel at a time, right? One travel point at a time. And at certain times, it's just time to rest. It's time to breathe, sit back and relax. And what happens is if you do continue to drive from one point to the next because of not being content in where you are at, right? You can burn yourself out where you get tired. You get all, you drive off the road and get into an accident, or you oversleep when you do rest. And then you do not stick to the schedule. And that's the thing. Us as aces need to realize that we need to stay on our road plans, our travel plans in life as aces, as men. We need to grab grip of what our purpose is. And in that, we work at it, but we stay, let's say, following the guidelines, right? We stay keeping the schedule, right? So you're only going to drive for 8 hours because that's what your body can handle. Get off the road, pull off, go to sleep. Because it's too much of a risk to not get to your destination, your next destination. So we have to understand that. We have to know that. We have to move that way. And keep that in your mind as an ace. So it's some things I wrote down. And I want you all to start to think about it. What I learned and what I've been looking at, especially on social media, and conversations that I've had with some of my co-workers, is that women nowadays, and it may not be all women, but the majority of women do not want you doing the process of building. They want you at the finish line. They want you when you are well accomplished, when you are experienced, and you have the Bugatti. They are waiting for you at the finish line, not doing the process. So it goes to when they selfishly listen and being inconsistent, because what they're really wanting is for you to say, okay, I got it. They don't want you to say you don't have it. You can't do it right now. You're going to have to wait. I'm going to have to work overtime. I'm going to have to get me another job. I'm going to have to go back to school. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear turn up. Let's go on vacation. Keisha and them just went on a second honeymoon. They go on vacations every other month. Oh, she got a new bag. Why I can't have a new bag? Take. Oh, my car is acting up. Can you fix it? Oh, I'm going to have to get some new lashes. Get my nails done. Get some new shoes. And I hope this reach you where you are at. But they don't want you in your preparation state. When you're in class working hard, they want to say, I got a hardworking man. Once he's finished working. Not the process. Oh, they're not cool with telling their homegirls, yeah, my man's studying right now, so I ain't going to be able to go. That's not cool to say. But if you tell an older lady that, they're going to be like, man, I wish I had a man like that. They don't want what's good for now and later. They don't want the process. They want you at your already peak level. And that's why you need to stay the course, right? So one more that I put is more women are in the gym. This is something I analyze and why we should understand how they burn us out, right? So these are the things I just been paying attention to, right? And I'm gonna just say this last one and I'll be done. Women are in the gym taking twerk and dick riding classes instead of cooking. I've been looking on IG and I feel some type of way when I see that women are taking dick riding classes and they're taking twerking classes. Now, it's crazy to me that you can take these classes, but you won't take a cooking class, a etiquette class to be a woman when you know you don't know how to be one. Men are taught from a young age how to be a man, how to toughen up. You need to work. So we know what a man looks like and how to do it. It's just sometimes it's too hard where guys just go the other way, which I don't understand that, but that's what guys do. It's easier to be a woman than actually be a man. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care what you say. They're not thinking about you emotionally, mentally, financially. All they do is take from a guy. That's why aces, you have to also assemble yourself around like-minded people. I was telling myself this within the last several months to put myself and have conversations with men that have a higher up mind that's not here, but just know how to gradually grow. And so that's why I bring on different aces so that you all can see the difference or find yourself in each individual guy and what they may bring to the table. It's to help strengthen you as a ace, right? So they're not sitting up there helping you. Now they have all this money, right? But they don't have this they don't come with the money to come with the business plan. Now I hear a lot of interviews, especially on certain podcasts, how women got the bag and that how they'll help their guy get the bag. So if you're dating all of these guys, and this is just my mind, if you're dating all these guys or you have dated guys, why these guys are not up when you leave them? Or why they're not staying with you up on that level? I don't think that you're really helping them. You say things to them to motivate them. You say things to build them, but you're not putting forth no action. You're not starting no LLC for him. You're not coming, sitting down, going over a business plan. You're taking a twerking class. You're taking a dick riding class. You get what I'm saying? Now, you're so hot in the bedroom, but that ain't the only thing that can just keep a man. It's the bedroom and the kitchen. You're not taking a cooking class. I asked a young lady before, you never just watch or want to experiment in the kitchen? Just try new answers of just different type of dishes. You just want to cook the same type of dish, but you don't want to go to the same type of restaurants. That doesn't make any sense. You want to try the newest of the new every time, but I'm eating the old of the old when you cook. And there's new situations that you take me through emotionally, right? Well, financially, because your emotions and you feel like doing this and doing that, you can make mistakes, but then I still get the same plate. That doesn't make any sense. And if you focus on what you need to focus on, then you may get what you're looking for, marriage. Yeah, that's the type of energy we coming with today. But let's get it, aces. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Help us get to that 100. Let's see 110 by the end of November. Or 120. Let's put it up there. Let's get 150. Let's bring it. And I'm going to bring y'all some more content. So I'm your boy DP. And we Gemini Gems. That's Geminis with the S. Gems with the Z. And what we do, we drop them gems. Yeah, that's what I'm on. All right, y'all. Y'all take care until next time. All right, y'all.